jacked up a little bit. How is everyone doing tonight? Yeah, last week was a bad week for me. I got behind. I got behind on the shows. I got some really bad shadows. I'm definitely going to have to get some lighting in here. I'm going to get that backdrop in the middle so you can't see my bed so it can be straight on. Get better lighting. I promise you, it's going to be better. I know that the audio still sounds a little hollow, but I promise you, it's going to be fixed. Once I get this rocking and rolling, it's going to be the best thing. Like, I'm going to be churning out so much content. You guys are going to be like, oh, Tuddle, stop giving it to me. Tuddle, stop giving it to me so much. You're giving it to me too fast, too hard. Nedley Mandingo, what up, buddy? Tuddle, you're giving the content to me just so hard, so fast, so deep. David Chumley, Fish on J. I'm sorry I missed your call the other day. I'm in the middle of me having sex when it comes to content. So once I get this studio working, DBO, how are you? This is going to be, I'm going to be churning out so much content. Like I said, I'm going to be just giving it to you. I'm going to be giving it to you so hard, so fast. Iggy T, I'm going to be giving it to you so hard, so fast. I'm not even going to be like giving you lube when it comes to content. You guys are just going to get inundated. I can't even say it. Inundated with so much stuff. Okay, DBO. Nobody else has had a problem. I have not changed any settings. So I can already feel DBO is coming in just to be a dick. So, DBO, let's see where you're going with this, DBO. Where are you going with it? No, I've done this from this new room a couple of times. So, if you're going to come in and say that the audio is too low, go to your PC. Fish on J. You gonna be up? You gonna be up for a little bit, or are you going to bed by 9? I'll get with you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you might need to like fix it on your end. By the way, I haven't done this in a while. If you're in the chat room, give me a thumbs up. Hit the like button. Hit the like button because that really does help me out. Okay. So I wanted to get into this right away. Okay. By the way. You want to know the other reason that I think that I'm going to start churning out some content? I know that's the blinds, but look at this. My producer, Vulture, brand new desktop, brand new dual monitors, brand new graphic card. There's my little memorial to my dad. Got everything else. Oh, I got a pair of Jordans now, by the way. First pair of Jordans I've ever owned in my life. And then the dad's little message board. Love it. All right, so I'm going to turn this back around. So my mom, I almost sounded like Bill Cosby. I sounded like Bill Cosby there. Hold on. I got to get to this one thing. My mom got some text messages. By the way, got the Apple Watch now. My mom got a lot of text last night, but I'm only going to read you this one because I got to get with my producer, Vulture. I talk about this a little bit. By the way, Tuddle Daily Podcast 557 is now available. Go to any... thank you, Debo. Debo, I'm sorry. Yeah, I kind of miss the Hobo Fish Camp a little bit. I do. I don't miss the... Look. If it was up to me, we would still be there. Yeah, I'm going to baby bird it. I'm going to chew the content right in my mouth, and I'm going to spit it right in your mouth there. Dude, you guys squirrel me too much when it comes to chat. I'm not complaining, please. I just got to get a better job at not just responding to every comment. I got to be able to remember it and just get to it at a later date. But yes, I do miss the Hobo Fish Camp. The only reason that I wanted to get out of there was because it was just a lot of stress from my mom. The guy that owned the park, even before my dad died, he was just giving us a hard time all the time. Yes. Oh yeah. You can leave a voicemail or text 4072. See, I even let my own producer Vulture squirrel me there. You know what? I'm gonna get into this. So, but yes, it is so much better. We got so much more space. We have Wi-Fi, internet. We got it's just great. And yes, I do miss it. There's other places that I can go and fish. I mean, that's the only thing that was great about the Hobo Fish Camp was the view. The view was the best thing. Besides that, everything sucked. Like, look, in this cup right now is water. I know a lot of you guys are going to be dicks and say it's vodka and I'm drinking vodka. Fish on J, you said it. I did not. See, you just squirreled me again, Fish on J. But yes, Fish on J is right. And I will get to that story eventually. I know that I probably did talk about it. But you know what? It's nice to have drinking water. This is water straight out of the tap. And I've been working out, being healthy. I'm not even drinking. I like the Tucker hairstyle. Well, I don't know. It is a little Tuckerish. But the hair, I gotta do that. Thank you, Jake Hudson. Yeah, if any of you guys are in the chat room and you got social media or you want to share this, please go on there, help it grow because the only way that the view of the yes, it was beautiful Fish on Jay, but I got a new fishing spot for us. Thank you, Debo. But I already lost it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna roll into what I wanted to talk about originally because I'm getting too squirreled. Get to see how many dislikes on there. No, you know what though? I think the reason that see you guys did it again. Thank you, Nedley Mandingo, David Chumbly, dude. I really appreciate you checking out the live streams. I really do. Hold on. I got to get to this text that I'm trying to read for you. I'll eventually get to it. But yeah, your mom's text. I'm going to get back. You know what? I'm getting right into that. Anyways, all right. So my mom has been getting some texts. Stop. My mom's been getting texts, all right? And she ended up getting text from a drug dealer last night at 12:40 a.m. in the morning. And yeah, I do need to get a bow tie. Scrolled again. But yeah, the reason that I know that this is a drug dealers, they like to talk in code. And the only reason I know that is because of watching the TV show The Wire on HBO. I finally finished it. I'm not going to talk about The Wire. I'm not going to talk about what I thought about the ending. You can listen to tomorrow's podcast. 557 is available now. But on The Wire, they're listening to the cell phone calls, and everybody uses code words. And I looked this up. God damn it. Anyways, my mom got this text, okay? It says, shut up. Yo, you can get that change you was asking about for a G of that girl, cuz. I'm going to read that to you one more time, okay? Yo, you can get that change you was asking for a G on that girl, cuz. So what I was trying to say is that, all right, I looked it up. There's actually a website called drugtranslator.com. And I do talk about this more, and I talk about it in a different way. But, all right, so a G stands for a gram. But then I put that whole word in there in drugtranslator.com. And can I get a G on that girl? A G on that girl. So they really did not explain it that well. But it's all right. So a girl and a boy, they use this, but they don't define it, and that's what really pissed me off. So a girl could mean cocaine or heroin, and boy can mean cocaine or heroin. But if you're in the chat room right now, I would like to hear, like, if you had to guess, would boy be the cocaine and the girl would be the heroin? Or would the heroin be the boy and the cocaine be the girl? But I do know, like, they use the sex terms, male or girl or boy, and it symbolizes one or the other, cocaine or heroin. But my mom got those texts at like 12:40 a.m. in the morning, and that's the only thing I could think of. Like, all right, even if you did not know the drug translator.com, what would you automatically think? If you were just a square, Tom Delaney coming in with $4.99. Don't forget, I'm now monetized. You guys can hit that little $ if you want to get in and kind of help me out. Help me out on top of my sponsors. So here, I'm going to read that text one more time if you're just joining me. Don't forget, I'm kind of sharing some of this content. My mom, I'm reading texts that random people are sending my mom at 12:40 in the morning. Yeah, she is, Fish on Jay. She loves you too. But she got this text at 12. Yo, hold on, come on. Yo, you can get that change you was asking for, horrible grammar, about for a G on that girl, cuz. And by the way, I got the number. And if you're in the chat room right now, I really would love to hear from you. Because I got the phone number and I could just like maybe anonymously call them, or I could have my producer Vulture call them and be like, hey, yeah, I was talking about bad grammar, but hey, we could be like, oh yeah, we ain't gonna blow you in. We ain't gonna rat you out. We ain't no snitches on the Tuddle Daily podcast. No, we're not. Oh, so white girl is cocaine. See, I was right on the first thing. So white girl is cocaine. So boy, it's got to be that heroin. And I just think that it would be great to be able to have them on. Fish on J, $10. Oh, Bob D. Oh, happiness. Happiness is a warm. Okay, I got you. Happiness is a warm G. Well, all right. So all right. So am I right or wrong? Before I get into the next thing, I want to hear from you. Am I right or wrong? Was that drug code, or am I just being paranoid? And if you don't want to talk in the comments section, you can easily just email me, tuddle@gmail.com, or you can leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. So I know that I'm right about the text, but I just wanted to hear from you guys. But should I push it a little bit further? I don't know. It's not broadcast. It's not news. It's not, but I also can't record in the state of Florida. I cannot call, and it is a Volusia County area code. I cannot record somebody in the state of Florida without their knowledge. So I can't just call them and be like, oh, hey, I'm talking to them, and I record the audio. That's completely against the law. But should I have my producer, Vulture? Vulture has dealt with the worst of the worst when it comes to people all across the world. He was a Marine. He's a seaman now. But okay, they're not gonna know my number. They're just not gonna know my number. But at the same time, how can it be? They don't know where I'm at, and guess what? I'm lock and loaded. Castle Doctrine, stand your ground. I mean, I'm never going to be a snitch bitch. I'm not going to go and call the police and be like, oh, yeah, this guy's asking for a G of that girl. I'm just not going to do that. By the way, fish on J, $10. By the way, when we fish next time, that $10 is going towards bait, weights, lures, a bait bucket, whatever it is. Okay, fish on J. So I'm just going to give that $10 back to you. But so maybe I can do that. Maybe I can't. I really don't know. Oh, damn it. Hold on. My iPad's over here. That's also the other thing, guys. I got Wi-Fi now, so I can get on there. Oh, I will. Come on, people. I've been doing this for quite a while. You really think that I'm... you really think that I'm going to, like, give out where I'm at or something? Oh, what's that? Yeah. No, I really do think it would be great content, Bob D. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about, and I will start out right off the bat because I don't want anybody to think that I'm talking about a certain person. I'm not talking about anybody. Well, I am talking about people, but I'm not talking about Colton. How about that? IanHannahHomes.com. All right, remember that. I'm not talking about Colton. But IanHannahHomes.com, if you're in the market to buy or sell a house, or you know somebody that's in the market to buy or sell a house in the Brevard, Volusia, David Rivera, $20. Sorry, Ian. David Rivera did a run-in right to the middle of the ring, hit Ian Hanna right in the back of the head with a chair, and just came in. 1, 2, 3. He's in the Royal Rumble. But I got to get back to Ian Hanna. This is like, all right, David Rivera just did a run-in, hit you right in the back of the head. But I had to mention David Rivera. Come on, $20 right on it, cuz. Yeah, I know I'm ripping a lot of people off. But what I'm trying to say is, if you're in the market to buy or sell a house, Brevard, Volusia, Flagler, Ian Hanna, IanHannahHomes.com. My mom had never bought a house before because my dad did all of it because he's a man's man. You don't let your woman, you don't let your wife buy a house. That's man's business. Because guess what? Men control the finances. And the men are the ones that make the deal. Women get emotional when it comes about deals and stuff like that. And guess what? My mom had never done it before. But guess what? My mom had another man pop right in there and tell her what to do. But guess what? My mom didn't care because Ian Hanna saved my mom a lot of money, probably a couple of grand when it comes to the inspections, the drone footage, all that stuff. Ian helped me out with it tremendously. So, like I said, if you're in the market to buy or sell a home, go to IanHannahHomes.com. If she wants to, she can. Of course. All right, back to what I want to talk about. I'm not talking about Colton. But I realized this. I did. And I'm not talking... and you know what? Just to cover my ass, I will start from beginning to end of my radio career. I'm not talking about Ron and Fez. I'm not talking about Bo Rhodes. I'm not talking about Russ and the Monsters. I'm not talking about the Phillips File. I'm not talking about Drew Garabo. I'm not talking about Dean and Darby when I worked on a soft rock music station at Magic 107.7. And then back to Russ and the Monsters again. And then I left there when I got fired for trying to make deals under the table. They fired me for Paola Plagola. Then I went to work for Above the Love Sponge as a web guy. And then as a web guy, I lied. I got fired. I went away for a little bit, then got hired back again to be a stunt boy. And then I got hired to be a stunt boy, got fired again, became the producer of the Shannon Berg Show on Radio IO. Then I got fired, came back to Bubba. I worked with Mike Calta, back to Bubba. got fired, worked with Drew Garabo, went back to Bubba, and then it just was a big repeat. Oh, went back to the Monsters again, got fired, came back to Bubba, got fired, came back to Bubba again. That's pretty much my whole radio history. And just me spouting that off, guess what? It's really, really sad. But, I got done finishing The Wire, and in all types of entertainment, it could be newspapers, TV news broadcasting, local, nationally, radio, movies, TV shows, all that stuff. You work with these people, and it's so cutthroat. Everybody is wanting to get every single piece of meat off the bone. And that's how it is. Okay, here, let me see if I can get rid of it. I got a lifer behind me, so I apologize. Here, it'll be fixed. I promise you. I promise you it'll be fixed. See, now you threw me off, man. No, I was Bubba's boy, but see, look, I don't know what's going on. If I'm being honest, I started to realize when the people you work with in any broadcasting, entertainment type field, they're your friends until you're gone. And I will say this, all right? It's not because they hate you that you're gone, or like, oh man, I'm glad Tuddle's gone. I'm so glad Tuddle's gone. That's not it, because it's kind of like playing on a professional sports team. The pro athletes are so superstitious, and it's kind of the same way, because there are so many cliques that go on when it comes to broadcasting and stuff. And when you get fired, the people that you left behind, they cannot have anything to do with you, because if they have anything to do with you, maybe it gives them bad luck. But also at the same time, if you're still talking to somebody who got fired and it was somebody else that was at the station or newspaper or movie, the production of a movie, people are going to be like, oh man, so he's friends with him, he supports him. And I still have friends that I talk to all the time, but there are very little of the friends that I used to work with that I actually get to see in person. Like Colton, I get to see him in person. I've seen Lummy since I got let go. But since the last time that I got let go, I haven't seen Bubba, I haven't seen Blitz. Yeah, it is like divorce. It is, because you hold animosity towards each other when you leave, and it was just nobody's fault. It was nobody's fault at all. If I'm being honest, and this is not a dig at Russ, I get it. I've seen Russ maybe a handful of times, because I worked with him from 2000 to 2010, and then I worked with him for almost a year in 2014. And we do have a train that comes by. I don't know if you can hear the. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, see, that type of stuff just kind of upsets me. So wait a minute. Bodie, because I want to, Bodie, can you go into a little bit more in depth of what he said? Because before I started this show today, I got a text from Trace, and I'm not going to talk about the text I got from Trace, but if what you're saying is true, yeah. So, Bodie, if you could do me a favor, please, I beg you, because I'm not going to do much more time. But if you can tell me a little bit more about what Trace said, I'm going to read the text that he sent me before him. Dude, I just put my pinky up when I drink. But yeah, please, Bodie, please let me know what he said. Because now, looking back on it, I'm being serious, guys. I'm not BSing you at all. Because I really do think I was going to be ambushed. Now, I thought that I was going to be now that you said that. So you know what? I'm going to get into it. Here, I'm going to do this now. So here at 7:35 I got a text from Trace. You know what? Hold on. I'm not going to read this until I hear back from Bodie. Because I really want to know, like, how did that get talked about? Because I really would like to know how that gets talked about. Because I don't know if I want to read this text. Because Bodie, I think you actually might have saved me from an ambush. Bodie, crickets. Straight crickets. Bodie. All right. Guys, I need your help. Should I read it before I finally... And you know what? I probably shouldn't even read it. I probably should not read it. Yeah, Vulture just backed me up. His depression is real. Trust me. Why? Okay, look at next week or last week. Look at last week. I mean, just look at my pattern. My pattern is so erratic. All right, I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it. My producer, Vulture, I listen to him. But, Bodie, if you're not going to answer me here, can you email me, Tuddle@gmail.com? That's Tuddle with 2 Ds, Tuddle @gmail.com. Because I want to know. Because depending on what you say and if you can tell me about what time that he said what he said so I can hear it with my own ears, because radio listeners, radio supporters, I guess it's only natural that it would roll over to podcast. They love to start rivalries. They love to start arguments, fights, whatever you want to call it. And I have been through a lot of them, and I just want to make sure that what was said was really said. Because a lot of radio supporters, podcast supporters will like, oh yeah, guess who was talking crap about you? You're going to take that? I'm not going to fall into one of those traps of having a rivalry. All right. Well, Bo D, I'm going to have to go back and listen to that. I really do appreciate it, Bo D, because then now I can do a little bit of research on my own. But yeah, you know what? I'm not going to get caught up in like some East Coast, West Coast gangster rap rivalry. I'm just not going to do it. Because look what happened to Biggie and Tupac. And I'm not trying to compare myself to Biggie or Tupac. I'm not doing that. But I want to do my own research. And if what happened, like you said it happened, yeah, that will be pretty crappy in my opinion. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I need to get some rest. I'm back on a sleep schedule. I promise I will be back on tomorrow starting at 8 p.m. for the Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream. Don't forget, episode 557 is available now of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Talk about a lot of interesting things, so I think you should check it out. Anyways, hope you guys have a great night. Hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and I will talk to you tomorrow.